see the Killjoy to join the Rays. That's what you saw out of Mitch and TENZ when Cloud9 was able to pull off the upset. We mentioned it earlier, Sentinels have only dropped this map 3 times in their competitive history, but one of those times was to get to Together We Are Terrific, aka Envy now.
Looks like they'll be heading into this one. Shazam straight in. They don't even want to give you a chance to tell this story, Bucket. Is they're like, tell this story, the 3K for our Jett, as well as just a freight train onto the A site to start us off.
What did that take, 15 seconds?
About, yeah.
15 seconds to get to guns? Okay. All right, so Shazam going with the Phantom, something we've seen in the past. They go up to two Spectres as well, it looks like, and we're going to see just the Ghost on Dapper and Sick, who are going to prioritize that utility in a 3rd round buy. On the other side, it's going to be Finesse and Calypso, who are really going to be hunting for heads. And honestly, it's going to take 2 dinks, knowing everyone's got armor.
Really like to see how the Omen start off split from A towards sewers. All right, and that's a great throw as well coming in from Zoms, because that's not going to be seen traveling to the spot, so they don't know that that did come from the right side. FNS starts off with a nice ghost shot here as Envy wants it back. They're on the attack. We'll see if Zoms can blind them all out here. No, he gets taken down by Caboose. A quick take by Envy here.
All right, Phantom's going to be grabbed by Sinatra, but what a start from Finesse. We said it's going to take 2 headshots. Well, he lands both of his with the ghost to get this spike down. And Envy, a very impressive take. Outgunned. No armor, and they're doing work as Calypso hits the flank. Envy is set up to steal round 2 here.
Yeah, completely throwing Sentinels for a loop. They did not expect such an aggressive strat from all corners of the map here. And a great tag onto Dapper as he tries to pull the dart out. Calypso makes quick work of him. Phantoms now for Envy, because that was the buy from Sentinels.
That was all Finesse in my eyes. He gets the first pick. He drops the player top ramp. Phantom is down, then of course doing late damage in that camera tag. Make sure Dapper can't even leave the bubble, and they still are able to see him. 3 players stay alive, they keep guns, and they are going to be looking great when it comes to the economy. Meanwhile, Sentinels, they are broke. They are looking to pull off the upset of their own. Sick is probably just going to wall off mid early on, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Dapper get aggressive in B main.
Smoke into that zip line. Always interested in the placement of those. This one's a little deeper from Envy as we see Mame take down Shazam. And I think for the person in zip lines, that means nobody's going to push through this. We can already see that is going to be Sick moving over. And they're thinking there'll be no pressure there. We'll watch how Sentinel smokes that on the other half to compare. So we'll keep that in mind here. 3rd round Bucket. That spike is down for now. So we're seeing Envy really do that mid-round stratting, pulling intel and figuring out what will be the best play.
Envy are really training Sentinels that we prefer the A side as well, showing
limited
that. Presence in the mid, trying to draw them over in the first half of this attack. Mummy's going to survive. Paranoia is going to be traded. Big grenades, and it's Dapper who is going to walk away with the sheriff kill. So guns are starting to be gathered. Sinatra's going to lead the charge here, as the defenders are going on the attack, hunting for Finesse.
Oh, he tried to cam. Can he get the double kill here? And it's going to be a nice trade by Sick. One of those Phantoms does get picked up. Akis already in a spot that, again, Sentinel's not expecting. And I think Envy's doing a beautiful job of having each and every person lurk in their own right.
And that spike did get planted. Spectre's going to be scooped up by Zoms, as he will likely just save with Akis, who has a Phantom at the top of the ramp. Interesting rounds going back and forth. You love to see it through 3. It's Envy up top. They've got Zoms dead to rights in the middle, but they're also trying to stay alive. They're going to trade out spots. It's Akis' turn to peek, and he is punished.
That was quick. No reload. He wants that second peek right away. And we'll find it now.
I think they're trying to get them to die to the bomb. I was expecting Akis to watch the defender spawn. Instead, they'll just be able to leak out through B main. Smarter play coming out of Sentinels. They fall behind early, but now they'll have an operator in the hands of Shazam, and this is where the mid gets really messy.
I cannot wait to see what happens here. If the challenges do start to come out now that we have guns on both sides, remember there's going to be a few Spectres here. We'll see where Zoms takes that. We'll kind of have to be a close position. You don't want to give a chance to Envy to start hitting those shots. They are angry coming off these last 2 maps, and it seems like with the way they have hit the sites, they are not messing around as Envy comes into game 3. Backs against the wall here. Sentinels took the first 2 maps. Seems like we're getting a bit of a setup. This smoke from Zoms going over towards mid to see if they can slow down Envy's push.
Shazam has died first in the first 2 rounds. I thought he would have money for an operator. He doesn't. So it's just the Phantom going up against the Sniper of Mummy for Envy. And he is trained on that corner top ramp. That's where Shazam has been playing at the start of each round.
Spike holding towards A. Looks like they're just going to try to work around mid. Obviously, take the wall down, throw out a smoke. This means for Sentinels, Envy may be pushing up towards that mid side. They'd be right at this point.
Look at the Calypso Caboose combo. There is the teleport. Now Caboose is going to peek. On the other end, Sick not showing his face yet. There is a tripwire in his way from Dapper to help out. And it's an A rotate, but Shazam's waiting and lurking. Gets one, but that is it. It's now all on Zoms.
A lot of teams loving that zipline control. Now Zoms has to do what he can from medium to long range in the back of the site. A nice paranoia to give himself a little bit more time, and he turns away two from Envy. Is this enough time for Sentinels to rotate? What a play already. Sick is here, but Zoms goes down.
Nice push by Mummy.
Wow.
Was able to get one, but the operator won't land on Sick. Defense is holding strong. 30 seconds left, but that Spike should be able to freely rotate. Yes, they'll have to break through a tripwire, but that goes down instantly. Calypso predicts it. And you're going to see Finesse put this one in a deep plant. They're going to try and protect this corner, make the Sentinels lean over heavy from the top of B.
Great mid-round call there by Finesse. I mean, credit to Zom, too, for turning away, but it has been countered, and they have the Spike down now at B. Pushing in, Sinatra takes down one. It's going to be the one way, but not really helping too much as Finesse ready and waiting to take down two. Can they do it? Takes down Sick, almost gets the transfer to Dapper, but it's not enough.
And that's the strength of Sentinels right there. The trades, the peaks together, but Sinatra is the one that opens it all up on the retake. He comes charging out just 22 HP. He's able to find that second to the last kill before Dapper finishes the job. Sentinels in what looks like a near messy round. It was Zoms with the paranoia first. Sick chiming in with some kills of his own. They hold at the A site and eventually retaking B very cleanly.
Envy needs to work on the post plants a bit, even with time there. It just seems like Sentinels comes in a bit stronger, like you said, with that teamwork, always trading and being right behind each other.
And that was a Dapper one-way, I believe, at the very end.
Yeah.
So Dapper saving his utility for the final moments of the retake that helped out Sinatra. Here is the hit coming in from Envy. What do you see, Riv?
I think you can see when Dapper puts that up, too. Cypher has to walk very close to actually where you see Sinatra right now, so they have to get him up close. So each time on just the overview, you can see if he's setting up that one way. Walls mid as Sentinels want to be able to move a little bit freer this time.
Dapper with the one-way punishes Caboose, sees the legs and cuts him down through it. And this is going to be a little bit of a slow round. As you're going to see the fedoras come off. Envy has been revealed. Shazam knows there was a player top of this ramp. Will he peek me? He's just kind of floating in the middle there with the crosshair, ready for either way.
Just blade storms actually looking at each other. Shazam comes up. Better Jet wins on this trade. And now for your fifth round, Envy looking like they may drop this one and finally give the lead to Sentinels.
That was such a sick peek coming in from Akis. I thought he was going to have Shazam dead to rights. He jumps off of the wall, and Zoms is waiting low on A. Finds both players, makes this one 3-2. That was a rifle round from Envy. Can we peek the money here? What can Envy buy? I'm expecting an all-in on mid. And it looks like just one sheriff so far, but first, let's relive the opening pick at Shazam with the operator working mid, finding the second one on Mummy, and then finishing the job with Zoms.
Zoms, I love players that hold their spot to the very last moment. I think everybody does. You love that player that gets on your team. And Zoms, whether he's in backseat on Haven, we see here at A, he is just rock solid when put up against one or two at a time.
And I used to watch this man back when the early days of Overwatch.
Hell yeah.
As well as Apex Legends, always holding forward. Not the case in this game. The man is very disciplined. Big push is coming through the mid. We called it. Blade Storms are out. Sinatra, he is going to force them to back down, but the rotation is there. Does Sentinels know? It looks like Zom's going back to his position. Actually, he is going to jump over to the rope room. Yeah. So it's going to put all the pressure solely on Shazam as Mummy's going to look for the opening pick.
A little bit of cover as they want to make their way out here for a first peek. How many are going to be on that peek? It's one, pulls the op, and that means two more are going to come around. Oh, it's the Kalak coming in for Shazam. He's feeling it. He's smoked out, but he's going to hit a third one without even seeing him. Calypso answers back, and now it's all up to him to do this. 3 members, and that may just take him out. He gets blown right up.
And that's just Envy's day, right? We beat Cloud9. We're going to the Grand Finals. We're fighting for the 25K. We'll take 12. 12-5's good.
I mean, if Shazam has anything to say about it, Bladestorm not even ready there, and just the understanding of the choke that they might be on the right side. Obviously, he's firing willy-nilly as it comes through, but you miss all the shots that you don't take there, so take it.
I feel that it was kind of a set second shot. He expected them to swing wide.
Absolutely.
Goes for that same angle and finds a third kill. Shazam doing it all. As soon as he gets a sniper in his hands, he makes that operator work. Taking a look at the offense, that was just an eco round, so nothing too crazy coming out of Envy in round 6, but this is a crucial round 7. You started off strong, you're able to bounce back after losing a pistol, but you need this one.
Big ultimates and big kills to start. Sick almost getting out, but makes a move before his wall is fully formed. A few shots towards mid, beautiful damage now coming in. Onto that side of Envy as they do get a res up, and Mummy answers back.
Excellent blast pack out of there by Caboose. He sees Sinatra flying through the air and just dips, dodges the rocket.
Oh, Sinatra.
And that is going to be an ultimate neutralize. Sinatra just lurking in the mid, but Envy should know this, and they're not going to continue to peek mid. I think they're just going to keep Calypso there to hold it, or everyone else will go to A. Calypso finds Sinatra, but Dapper's there on the backstab.
They're just pushing everywhere. He wanted to be able to help Sinatra in mid, so Dapper pushes up too. A quick check towards mailroom in the plant. Over at A, as Caboose is looking for a party. The showstopper possibly onto Zoms. He hits himself. He shot the wall.
That's a bucket rocket. Caboose, it's been happening to the best of us for years, buddy. Don't take it personally. But Sentinels, just like that, are back in this round. At least for now. Can Mummy defend the spike? Yes, he can. Mummy is clean with 3. And Envy survive in what could have been a really messy finish. They will have the operator moving forward. They will have a decent enough buy, but Sentinels, they've got the bank to counter.
When your showstopper turns into a no-stopper, that's what happened there. We'll see what happens in the beginning here. Sick with a great pick and fast movement by Envy is able to kind of retake a bit of the round.
I love this.
Until the ending.
I've been here, Caboose. I've felt it before. It's one of the worst feelings, and you just gotta laugh it off. Don't get in your head about it. Mummy, though,
absolutely
unshaken. He knows they gotta go forward to get the defuse. Dapper, last man alive, tries to throw out a cage, and he is gonna get cleaned up. But here's Dapper early on, showing some aggression. And really, this aggression is just bait for Sinatra. He's sitting on top of the boxes, hoping that eventually they will feel safe through B main and peak.
I got that out of the way, right? You just got one. One for the weekend, and he's good to go. Here, ultimate's up. 3 for Sentinels, 2 on the side of Envy. Maybe a give me a corpse if we can find that FNS is able to get a body and get through. Again, slowly working here. And this smoke, once again, let's discuss it from the side of Sentinels. It almost reveals, I'd say, that no one wants to push through that because you're giving the person in zipline the upper hand. Yes, they're able to take mid. That's their return on investment. But Sick also has quite a bit of info from that smoke. And now the peek. Oh, he almost gets Calypso, but they were ready for that to be open.
And I like that Calypso, who's normally a Phantom player, has been running with the Vandal. I don't know if it's because he picked it up off a dead body, or actually that must have been a fresh buy this round. So he wants the bullet penetration. And he's going to find an instant body shot there. Now, working with Caboose, I expect them to go up B heavy, but it looks like the whole squad might be running into B main, and that is where Sinatra's been lurking. 20 seconds left. Envy has to commit here, so it's up to Sinatra to really shine.
This stack they always have. Oh, he jumped off! The perfect timing!
Okay.
Sinatra gets himself to safety. Actually, the one way is able to save him. That was huge from Dapper, actually allowing the reposition. You gotta be kidding me! Sentinel stays alive for Ben. Dapper still taking him down!
The pinch is there. The time is gone. No luck for Mummy. And Sentinels are just so good.
My jaw is down. It looked like an error. Sinatra jumped off. He should have been dead, and Dapper says, nah, we got you. Let's clean up this. Let's clean up the site. I cannot believe how fast they're able to recuperate as soon as they realize something is happening. And Sentinels continues to push a bit of a lead for themselves here. 5-3 as we come into round 9. A few ultimates still up, mainly the Blade Storm and Rez for Sentinels.
And you got to buy to support this operator, I think, if you're Envy. Finesse is talking about it with the team right now. We'll see what they decide to do. Okay, so 2 Sheriffs, 2 Classics. You're hoping an opening pick will free up a gun, and I expect it to actually be a mid target. Mid, much easier to get in, throw those Omen smokes, and get out. And they're just going to take their time, wait for the utility from Sentinels to disappear, and then put it all on the shoulders of Mummy.
And look at what Sentinels utility does to you, Puckett, right? Nobody even wanted to enter mid just yet for Envy until they felt like it was safe. Mailroom. Not going to be delivering Mame a kill just on this yet. And that's all 5 members, Puckett. They are going to want to commit after this.
Sinatra's got the best character for this scenario. 1 grenade can be devastating, and it is going to land. Sinatra finds 4. Add him up. Sinatra, he put up 9,000 damage in 2 maps earlier this week, and already you saw 4,000 damage in map 1, another 3,700, I believe, map 2. The man has been on fire, and he now garners his 9th kill as well as the rocket moving forward here in round 10.
Their duelists have their ults this round. It becomes scary. You have the utility from Finesse to come in. Mame does have Blade Storm. As we watch this again, this simple setup wall comes up quick. And it seems like Sentinels have an answer for everything Envy's trying.
And that's such a good, just bait from Sick. He goes out there, he trades out a kill, but by him challenging it, holds everyone else in that position. I just love how the Sentinels set each other up for success. Shazam, he is going to have to back down. It is some early aggression, but a pick has already been scored.
He found the wall peak. He was actually looking for it. Whether he swung his op up, you can see the wall back in attacker spawn that they tried to get that from.
Yep.
Oh my word, what a play. Shazam just on point with these flicks today we've seen, even from Haven.
The noggin so large on that man. Let's take a look at Dapper. And Dapper, we talked about it. Is he the best Cypher in North America? He's definitely in my top 3.
Way to curse him.
Mummy is going to punish, but Shazam, he's got blades of his own. It's jet on jet action, and it's going to be Sinatra now drop. Mummy having a huge impact on a low eco round.
Yeah. Rez comes in there. Oh my God. Caboose feels that one as the Rez comes up. He makes them hatch that raise grenade right under them. And now as that spike is planted in B, Envy stands 3 strong for the post plant. It doesn't look like Sentinels is going to be able to make their way too much closer without getting that contest.
Caboose says, come on in. Paranoia is great, but you could still see a meter from your face, and he is able to trade out 1 kill. So it's all up to Zoms here on defense. Spike has been planted. He's going to tickle it, look for anyone that is going to come out the challenge, and Mummy finds his 3rd. The Blade Storm, the difference maker in round 10. Envy is keeping this close, and honestly, on a map like Split, you get to 5, even 6 rounds. That is an incredible first half for Envy.
That's right, Puckett. You feel pretty good with that amount of rounds coming in. And Envy continues to do this. Definitely a team to keep watching whether or not they're able to take this map in future tournaments. I may have some different predictions as games come around. What an impressive showing coming from this squad with different people stepping up each and every time. So you know there's more than one window of opportunity than just someone to op. And the in-game leading of Finesse has really shown a lot of prowess throughout these matches to get around Sentinels, get behind their defense, and pick up some rounds. Now coming into round 11, can it be another one for Envy before they get on to that defender side?
Akis is going to see the jiggle peak. Sinatra showed this earlier, had the opportunity, but he was ready to transfer too early. Needed 1 more bullet, and Caboose flicks with the Vandal. Great opening push here on B. All 4 players will lock it down, and look at the Sentinels. They're just going to have the buddy system in the remaining half of this round, probably going with a save. You got to think they've got money going into round 12, but I'm not quite sure.
I think you said that perfectly, Puckett. I think Sinatra thought he had the kill, was ready to transfer, and it happens to the best of us. Here, Envy do pick up what will be their 5th round in the second half, as all 5 members stay alive. A huge boon, especially when you know Sentinels could be hitting shots, dropping a lot of that econ out of your hands. And Envy gets a nice padding here for what will be the last round of the first half. Nicely done. Pretty methodical here in these last few strategies where they're just not giving Sentinels enough time to react.
And as we take a look at the numbers here coming into the map, all-time stats, 15-3 for the Sentinels. That is 83%, only second to Ascent, which will be map 4. On the other side, Envy. I mean, they've got a 37%, a 48%, a 60% map win rate. But on this map split, they're 13-5 at 72%. So this is definitely their best. They're showing that they have some solid attacks, but also some individual plays have been the difference maker early on. Now with an opportunity to tie up the game before having their turn at defense.
And again, Split is just one of those maps where you're really looking for the calls from your in-game leader. There's so much to be sussed out around different camera positions, hold spots, long angle peeks here, and if you can avoid those and get intel first, it becomes such a big thing. Slowly moving in, Mame's going to work the op, and it may just be a trade with Shazam as we start things off.
And at the start there, I don't know if you saw it, but Finesse was kind of in the same position that Sick got picked on, but instead of a wall, he just threw his cages up to see if Shazam would react.
Right.
Those cages are going to draw Shazam over to the top of A ramp, while the rest of Envy, they're really going to try and take this spike and hit B fast again.
I like it. It seems like they've been able to get this paranoia into heaven, and they will start to trade a little bit. I was wondering where the 3-2 would come from.
Looking at that mini-map, you can see Sentinels, they're biting hard over on the A site. And now the smokes are starting to come in. Sick is going to call that out. Keep your eyes on the mini-map if a rotation will come through. Otherwise, this is going to be so much trouble for Dapper to try and handle. He's got the one-way smoke setup. Caboose has been punished by it multiple times so far, but they might run just right through it.
Looks up, hits that one-way, throws down another to reposition on the right side. I love it. Looking for feet, but he's not going to be able to hit the shot. It's just a little too small of an opening, but he dodges, and he gets shot in the back. A nice kill as they trade back and forth. B is Envy's. How does Sentinels answer?
Poor Sick. He was looking for the Cypher, but found Sick in the back. Envy's going to get the spike down. It's a 4v3, make it a 3v3. Sinatra was able to find a headshot with his Phantom, and he is pressuring up Mail all the way out. Calypso is waiting up top of the rafters.
Slowly moving in. Shazam's feeling the headshot with a Sheriff. Can he make it happen? Looks, oh, it's just to the right. He didn't get enough of a corner. He thought he had the angle, and now it's going to cost them a second attempt to come in, and they know where at least Shazam is.
Shazam, operator in a smoke versus 3 players. It's the final round of the half. You had to go for the challenge, but Finesse, honestly, that is just showing you why he is one of the best IGLs in the game. He set it all up at the start of the game with those Cypher cages, drawing the attention over to A, and then the whole team just knowing how to react on their B execute. Great stuff to see from Envy. Now they're on defense, though, and this, as always, a critical pistol round. You feel confident if you're Envy if you lock this one up.
And everybody's pretty measured this match coming in. Puckett, look at these frags. People are still doing work. Just, again, bottom of the scoreboard doesn't mean anything because those frags, those could be diffuses of them staying alive. The impact is had all around here. Everybody's participating on both teams, and it's why you're seeing a 6-6 here. I don't think many people expected it. The stats may have told us, but I still think people weigh this towards Sentinels. This is impressive from Envy.
I think Dapper's angry this round. Would not be surprised to see the Cypher pop off here for the Sentinels. Everyone else, though, is going to be headed to the middle, and it's going to be Akis with a wall. Now, will Akis go on top of it and challenge? You look at the mini-map, you see he has no support, so that would be the worst idea possible. They have a 3 set to defend over at the A site for Envy. Meanwhile, it's going to be Calypso playing very deep on the B site, and he will have his Sage joining him any moment.
I like the playing outside of heaven here for Envy. It's just too much of a scare that it could be a quick paranoia, as we just saw. And looks like Sentinels wants a little bit more. Envy's doing a great job of just not revealing themselves, and we'll see what Akis and Calypso can produce from this push if they continue to go through as 2. I think we might see Akis go back and Calypso through.
Okay. They are way out of the action as of now. They will need to have knives out and start running will the defense. Here comes the attack, though. 40 seconds left on the clock. You expect them to come into the next 15, and it looks like that time is right now. Tripwire is going to find the first bomb, but he never saw Caboose. So he's in the power position, and he is going to put it to use. 2, make it 3 straight kills.
Ridiculous. Whoever shot that room before him, they get a trophy. Caboose coming up with 4 as it was an unexpected spot. Sentinels thought they had the site. You got to check every corner.
And now this Raze can have her Phantom. She can have the full equipment to go into round 2 as well for Envy. Here it is one more time. Thank you very much, Finesse. And it was Mummy actually from the corner also helping out as Dapper pushes through. Caboose finds the third head, and of course, Shazam, last man standing, gets pinched in the back. Here we go, though. Envy, they're on Spectres. We'll see. Did a Phantom get purchased from the Rays? It might not even matter, as it's just Dapper going to draw some early action over at A. The real attempt, as always, from Sentinels. Get a pick in mid, and then we'll make a decision.
All right, knife pressure on mid, I like it. As soon as the wall goes up, you just put pressure on it. Oh, this nade from Sinatra was huge. Didn't get enough bounce there as it hit the wall first, so they'll still get a bit of damage, maybe on some armor there, and almost lose Caboose as he peeks mid.
Shazam is so annoying, and that's got to feel good if you're Aegis.
Yeah.
Jumping classics, are you kidding me? You drop Caboose down to 20 HP. Now, Aegis is going to be able to find a third. 2 more challengers, and it's going to be sick looking for the next gunfight.
Oh, they call him into Ramen. A nice ghost shot there, a little bit of a wall. As they move up, SB gun save maybe? They have 49 seconds left, so there's obviously an attempt to come, but it might be measured here, just below the ropes. We're going to see if Caboose can make quick work of this.
Oh, I believe in their ability to do it. 2 versus 4. In the back, you can find the rotation from Finesse if you're sick. And off of that 1 kill, you can rotate this A, but as Zoms goes down, it's going to be Mummy finding them both up top. Nice pressure as Finesse had the back door watched. There's only one way to go, and Mummy shuts that option down.
All right, now I want to pay attention to how Sentinels will play this gun round. See this replay one more time here as Aegis comes up big after, like you said, Shazam doing what he can to throw off B Heaven, but Aegis was ready.
And that's how you work the Spectre at range, kids. Just do a little tappy tap. No need to hold down and spray. 12 and 8, I should say, out of Mummy on the other side. Shazam and Sinatra, they've been quieted after a strong performance the last 2 rounds. Last 2 maps.
5A. That's a run. That's a Roomba. W's are being pressed, and Sinatra finds Mummy through the gate, and it's right up to the rafters here. Can he do any work from Heaven? He'll drop to create the pressure and not let FNS out right away.
Operator from Shazam now in hand as he's going to collect that off of his alter ego. And he's got Heaven on lock. Sinatra went up top and then back down, which is kind of throwing Envy for a loop. They don't know where that raise could be lurking, and no one can truly peek out on Heaven.
Overall, really nicely executed. It seemed like with the second round coming in, the team gets comfort on the side of Envy, and the pace has been set that things are slow. Right out of the gate as Sentinels get their first gun round, they are just bolting to A, and we see Envy was not ready for it. Next round may be a bit different, but Sentinels doing a very good job of using this strategy to pick up a fast round on their first gun.
And right now, Envy's trying to make it expensive. Keep throwing down the ice, watch their exits, get them all to blow up to the bomb, and it's going to be a repeat as Caboose finds 3 more. His buddy Calypso is there to find a 4th.
That was a lot of instant kills coming up. I love how they played it.
And I mean, if you're going to give up the round, that's about as good as you can play it.
Absolutely.
Nice job by Envy on the closing pinch.
Never fully down and out. You can always still affect the round, even if you're not going to be winning it. See where the rotations come from here, and we'll see what happens with this smoke as well.